Ladies and gentlemen, now today we're going to be taking the buffed up version of Hulkbuster from the beta into a little bit of Act 6 for a hands-on gameplay video. Because we've already done a first look, we've done some Variant 3 gameplay as well, and the Variant 3 gameplay was ridiculously good, man. It was so awesome there. He's just also perfect now for that final Kang boss as well, just due to the constant shocks off his heavy attack. But I wanted to see whether or not he could get to and also defeat the Havok in Act 6 Chapter 3. I think this might be a little bit difficult just due to the crumbling armor node, but yeah, I'm not too sure. It might take like a few revives. I might die a little bit on the way as well, but we'll see, man. We'll see how he performs today. I thought, you know, we do a bit of a hands-on video, because some of the stuff I've done before has just been, you know, me recording and then doing a bit of a voiceover, and we're not going to use any boosters today as well, man. So you could get even more damage output, even more firepower on this lad if we did chuck on some 30% boosters. Plus, I got 20% attack booster as well, man. There's just like infinite boost on the beta. They're all available for like 1 gold in the store, which would be the dream on the live servers. Well, let's get Vulture into the corner. See if I can play Hulkbuster decently today, man. That'd be sweet. Okay, so we're going to go for this move here. Straight into spam heavy attacks. Oh, I think he got... Did he get a little bit lucky there? Was that a miss or just a weird whiff? Oh, wow. Okay, that was very peculiar. I know when fighting Vulture sometimes, some weird stuff does occur. Right, let's see if we go straight into the block there. Heavy attack, heavy attack, heavy attack. Wow. Not too bad, man. Not too bad for the first matchup there. Dude, that chain combo is just absolutely ridiculously fun. I forgot how satisfying it is just to fire that off. Nice little 41,000 finish there. And yeah, no boosters, no suicide masteries, lads. We do have the Nick Fury synergy and also Ant-Man and Yellow Jacket, giving this man a little bit more attack. Right, let's go for a heavy. I was hoping she would block there so we could get a power drain, but unfortunately not. So if you get that special tune to block, it's just like how you get the mega damage, but sometimes the AI is so aggressive that it doesn't work quite how you want it to, but sometimes they just play perfectly into it like there. And then we'll go... Are we going to go for a full KO here? We're close. I don't think we've got quite enough reach to do it. One more here, and then we can go for a parry. Yeah, I think we could have just gone for the 4-5 combo there, but still 55 hits on She-Hulk. Certainly not too bad, considering there were a few little flaws. His playstyle's definitely... it's going to be one that takes a while to master, because it's very different from a lot of other champions. Because you've got to get the timing just right to hit into that block. Figure out what you can get away with and what you can't. But if you can get that fantastic little loop going, you are literally laughing with this champion, man. I think we probably want to this man to a second special 2 loop before we go for something like a KO. Oh, I thought we might have enough. Okay, I think we go for a medium there. Then he goes fully unblockable under 25%, so I'm not really too sure what our plan is right now, apart from to intercept like a god. And use that stun to push him to a special 2. And I think that should be enough. There we go. Joe Fixit goes down. There's a lot of what was it? Little bits of utility with the buffed Hulkbuster that really do add up and allow you to manage matchups and like slightly tricky scenarios like that a bit more effectively between the power drain and the stun. Like, I think people sometimes underrate how valuable those abilities can be in the right scenario for getting you out of a little bit of a jam or a scenario where you might have been wrecked. Like, you know, taking a full unblockable SP1 to the face on Joe Fixit there. Right, let's dodge that on Kang. Let's go in for a hit here. Straight into a special 2. I was maybe a tad too greedy there. But look at that, mate. It was it still worked out perfectly. 39 hits. Wow, okay, I'll take that. Again, I could have played in a style where I'd been a bit more reserved on that second special 2, and then gone for the power drain and then into a heavy spam combo. But sometimes, you know, because every shot gives you, I think it's close to about 25-30% more attack. I was just like, I'm just going to roll with it, man, and try and nuke this man down as quickly as possible. But we're doing alright so far. Haven't had to use any health potions or revives. This is one of the things I love about doing gameplay videos on beta as well. So I know if I massively mess up and die, I've got 60% revives galore. Not that I'm actively trying to do that. Oh no! Okay. Speaking too soon, boys. Oh, I'm trying to hit into the block here. Come on, fella. It's a problem as well when the AI is a bit too aggressive. Messes up the rotation a little bit. It also gives you a bit of an insight into maybe some of the struggles in the right scenario of playing Hulkbuster and why it is so important to play very aggressively and get your opponent backed into the corner. But there's, again, with his power drain and massive knockback on the heavy attack, you have a lot of room to get your opponent back in the corner and just start butchering them. There we go. Well, we clawed that Ronin matchup back nicely, and still 49 hits, again, for the health pools that we are facing, which anywhere between like 250k to 300 plus. This is still phenomenal damage for an unboosted 550 here, and we haven't had to heal up yet. But I think I want to try and showcase his regeneration as well in today's video. Imagine we are going to get there sooner than later. That is potentially a source of, you know, close to infinite stability if you are a relatively skilled player, I would imagine. Fortunately, that special 1 being a little bit on the slower side animation-wise does affect our tempo a little bit there. Oh no, I was a bit too slow there, man. Come on. There we go, dodge that, straight in for another combo, and that man is down! So, you know, we managed to sort that lad out. I think a matchup that's coming up, I was just thinking about, we got Human Torch. Human Torch, we might need to be a little bit careful and go for the special 3 instead. Just thinking if we use that special 2, man, that's going to be all energy damage. And then he's just going to start incinerating us. And that's probably going to be a bad time. I reckon Hulkbuster, he definitely has matchups, even after his buff, that aren't the best. Like anybody that's shock immune as well, or can rapidly shrug off debuffs, is going to be a bit of a bad time. So I don't think he's obviously the most dominant character in this game, and still very much in the shadow of a crazy character like Ghost in comparison. I think as well, if Spider-Man evades here, we might be in a little bit of trouble. Once he doesn't evade though, I think we're laughing. Come on. There we go. Look at that, mate. That's one way you deal with Stark and Spider-Man there. 28 hits. Oh, I'll certainly take that, boys. I'll certainly take that. Well, that was a yeah, awesome matchup. I thoroughly enjoyed that one. I reckon Human Torch, though, this matchup might suck eggs, and I might die to a failed evade. I always have quite a bit of trouble recently fighting Human Torch for whatever reason. So, I don't know. If I use shock on him, that's going to be bad, right? If I use... Oh, gosh, should we find out? Maybe it won't be bad. Oh, it's fine. Yeah, it's fine. Isn't there a certain... I think it's Sunspot that you shut down his charge game by using shock. Alright, let's go for it. Have a feeling we might see that regeneration sooner rather than later, judging by this. Right, I think we... Okay, so now we're processing for the regen. I think I know the game plan to win. It's going to go unblockable. And then we go special 3. But look at that regen, boys. That regen is fire. Absolute fire. And then we go unblockable. And there we go. That man's down. So, oh, we did it in the end, mate. We still got through. That's certainly not the most efficient matchup for Human Torch. For Human Torch Hulkbuster. But he still got the job done, and sometimes that's all you need, lads. That's all you need. So I'm glad we managed to get that human. I was a bit worried about that matchup from the get-go, and we also, you know, we're back up at 70% now. So that is, yeah, decent, man. That took me by surprise a little bit. I thought if any matchup on this path was going to cause us a little bit of trouble, it was probably going to be that Human Torch, but we decimated that lad. Oh gosh. That's with a clever little dexterity there. Come on. Mining for massive crits here, boys. Oh, that's destruction against that Goldpool. Wow. Not bad at all, man. I'll certainly take that. And then we've got Havok up next. So I'm kind of worried about the viability of this matchup, just due to this is, I think, one of the 2 or 3 Havocs in the game that has the crumbling armor node. So usually Hulkbuster would be perfect against Havok. However, if we don't land a hit once every 6 seconds, then it removes our armor up. And yeah, we then we die from detonate damage. So I don't know how this is gonna work, man, but we'll give it a little bit of a go. I think we'll use some health potions here again. This is beta, man, so we got access to infinite ones. We might take some detonations, but I think the plan is to Just play as aggressively as we possibly can. Try and get to that special 2. I don't want to prematurely use the shocks, because as soon as I start using shock on Havok, his what is it? Plasma gain goes through the roof. It just goes to a crazy level very, very fast. I think we go for it now. What? Such a weird miss there, man. Oh my goodness, what is going on? Oh yeah, because he gets the cornered node. Right. Well, I forgot to forgot to take into account the cornered node, man. Oh yeah, this Havok is still as troublesome as ever. Maybe if we don't use shocks, I don't know, man. Let's try not using shocks. But yeah, I'm not too sure. Like, thinking about that cornered node, I just didn't think about that properly before going in. It's one of the reasons I think Warlock just isn't that great for this Havok, because ideally with Warlock you want to just spam like as many heavies as possible. It's so good for the Havok matchup a lot of the time. I think just playing him normally, you should be able to like take a chunk off every single time and eventually get through this Havok. I don't think he's going to be the best option for this fight, I would assume. Oh, did we hit him? Okay, our armor fell off. We get it back. We get it back soon, though. Very soon, so that's nice. But somebody was yelling about that interaction at the screen. Like, oh, Seatin's forgot about the corner node. Cornered. So I did. Come on, big fella. Yeah, and sometimes this guy also, the more power he gains, the more power he gains faster. It increases his power gain. Gosh, I didn't even know how to say that for a second. So yeah, it is possible to get this Havok boss down, but he is still as fun and interactive as he was the first time that I fought him. But you know what, lads, we made it this far. I think we'll go for the full kill. See if we can get this man down. But he did really, really well, like a fairly easy one-shot on absolutely everything coming up to this Havok boss. But this is just the fantastic design of so many encounters in Act 6. But the design is spend your goddamn units, boys. Whip out that wallet. Oh, am I just going to get straight up Tyrannosaurus Rex here? Okay, that was partly my error. Partly my error? Fully my error, man. Oh my goodness. Even buffed Hulkbuster is not enough to save me from my own game playing abilities by the look of it. But let's go again, man. Let's go again. I'm not really too sure there's you know, if you're doing this for real, there's no point really healing him up to full. But I think considering we've got access to unlimited health potions and revives, you know, we're making the most of it, man. We're making the most of it. I do hate this crumbling armor node with a passion, though, man. I should just push this man to a special 2. Alright, can't really throw my special 2 there. If special 3 gets shocked as well. We can use the special 3, I guess, to kind of get us out of a bad scenario for a bit. Special 3 also power drains, so there's a bit of potential there. Right, I think we got to use this, mate. Got to use this, and then we are probably wrecked fairly shortly after. Having that additional armor is working okay for a bit of bonus backup here. Oh, okay, we got it down, lads. There we go. Look at that. That was, what was it? Three revives in the end. So Hulkbuster, after his buff, he is a man that can get the job done. I really enjoyed all those fights, apart from Havok. It's just really the I like the amount of additional nodes on there. Like the big thing that messes up Hulkbuster on that fight really is the cornered node. Just because you can't get those shocks up, and also the crumbling armor is very, very annoying. But if there's no crumbling armor, there's no cornered, then yeah, you're just immune to plasma all the time, and you don't have to worry about applying all the shocks you want as well. So certainly not too bad in kind of that scenario there. But overall, I still love the Hulkbuster buff, man. I think this guy, after his buff, has a lot going for him damage-wise, and also a really decent amount utility-wise as well. At least from my impressions so far, I still think he's a really solid gold tier champion. Has a lot of uses in variant content as well, being like a Tech XL champion. This guy is just going to be amazing for so many players to pull. So yeah, I really, really do like the Hulkbuster buff, man. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, let me know your thoughts on the buff to Hulkbuster in the comment section below, and how you're feeling about some of the changes. Aside from that, ladies and gentlemen, take care. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope that you have an absolutely fantastic day.